Okay guys, I know the paint's only just dry on my last mod, but already I'm thinking about my next case mod project, and I'm thinking I might do something with this case. These are good cases. I do have a number of these. The kids' PCs use these particular cases. They're InWin, and they're micro ATX cases. Good quality construction. They've got some nice little features. We've got these clips as well as screws. Let's just take the side panel off, if it's going to let me. There we go. It's a good solid construction. The metal seems solid enough, seems quite thick. There's good ventilation here, and the Intel required chute. You're supposed to have those for the Pentium 4s. I don't think many people actually bothered with that. Just got an old motherboard in there at the moment. A removable hard drive tray there. And if you just pull the clip down, you can pull it out, which is quite handy. This is very solid, but some good holes there for cable management as well. So on the whole, you know, not bad cases. I'm not a big lover of micro ATX cases myself, but I think they do have their place, and they're certainly good in terms of not taking up so much space. But I fancy doing something with this, and I've got some ideas already. And what I do like in cases, and I don't have one yet, but I intend to get one for my main PC, is bottom-mounted PSUs. I do like those. So what I thought was, could we flip this upside down? So we could put the PSU down here, and that would mean moving the motherboard up. The problem with that is, of course, you know, you've got all the holes at the back. You know, you need to somehow move this down there, and then move everything else up. Now that's going to be difficult. But then I thought, well, I was inspired by some of the Silverstone cases and some of the Lian Li cases that have the opening on the other side. They open, rather than opening on the left-hand side like these do, they open on the right. So supposing I was to take this and flip it over like that. So if we could flip it over and then basically take this top piece and put it on the bottom, and then take the bottom piece and put it on the top, and then rotate this round through 180 degrees, that would work, because then what we've got is our bottom mounted PSU. We've got our motherboard in situ here. So what we would have to do is find some way, well, we'd have to cut this open and mount our optical drives up here, find some way of doing that. I'm sure we could fashion something. Basically, we could keep this for cable management. That'd be quite good. And we've almost got a zone here. You know, some of the Corsair cases have cooling zones and things like that. So we've almost got that here. Obviously, we've got our hard drive cage, which will just, you know, attach back on there. So we've got a hard drive cage. So I can see that I can see that having some potential, to be honest. So it's going to require a little bit of thinking about, and it's going to require some cutting. But looking at this case here, look, it rivets. It will actually rivet apart. This is a good thing about these cases. It's not one piece of metal that's being bent round. These are separate pieces of metal, so it should be easy enough to disconnect them and then flip them over and rotate it round. So I think we're going to have a go with that, just because I can. So I'm not too sure what we'll do with the final finish and painting and stuff like that. I guess what we'll do is we'll try and prove the concept first. We'll try flipping everything round and see if it's going to work. One thing I do like as well, and this has always kind of puzzled me, is that hot air rises, yet our heat sinks are always on the bottom of our video cards. And I always think they should be on the top so the air can rise off. And that must be a more efficient way of cooling. Now obviously what this is going to do, and obviously what the Silverstone cases do, is flip it the other way, so that the heat sinks are at the top. And obviously this is not a high powered system, so I guess it's not so crucial. But it's just an interesting thought, and it would be interesting to see what sort of temperatures we could get on our components by flipping it this way. This back I don't know if there's any way I could get a 120mm fan in the back there. It looks like it'll do an 80 or a 92. We'll have a look. I reckon there probably is an opportunity to perhaps drill some holes here or something to get a 120mm fan on there. And I think there's going to be some space, and I have to take this front off, which I haven't done yet, and hopefully we can get a 120mm fan in the front. I mean, it doesn't have to be right down at the bottom, it could be sort of here, this kind of area, so we can push air into the case that way. We can drill some holes in the bottom here for ventilation of the power supply. So there we go. It's an in-win case mod, and I don't know when I'm going to get started on that, but obviously as I do things, then you'll be the first to hear about it. We'll do some vids and we'll get them posted on here. So thanks for bearing with me, thanks for watching.